Welcome back to the World Cup. Bangladesh and Australia facing off in today's encounter. Bangladesh have won the toss. This medium pitch, blue skies out there, a little bit of standardised bounce, and Bangladesh are going to bowl first. Australia will be batting. Of course, coming off the back of a loss in our last game to Sri Lanka, we are 3 for 250. About 10 overs to go. Josh Philippe made 114 there at the top of the order. We are batting at number 5 once again today. The lineup doesn't look like it's changed too much, and I'm wondering where the short boundary is, because I remember there is a short boundary at this ground. The question is, where is it located? I believe it is located over there somewhere. No. It must be that one. That's the short boundary there. So that would be cover from this end, or sort of deep square leg from the other end.
Yeah.
Outside edge. That'll race away for a single.
Yes.
That was swinging in, and it was a strange delivery because there's no protection out there. The easiest of boundaries. That's been an interesting World Cup for Australia so far. You can see we are sitting top of the leaderboard at the moment with 4 wins and a loss, which is obviously very good for us. A number of other teams doing quite well, but not as well as us at this current point in the World Cup. And we're also up there with the leading run scorers as well. I think we're the 3rd best run scorer currently in this ODI World Cup. Okay, so the cover gap is, the covered area is short boundary.
Yes.
And then in terms of the player of the series, I think I am up there as the number 1 player of the series. The best player of the series so far. Although, I think with the runs, Tom Latham is actually a guy who hasn't got out yet. Or he's got out once.
Yep.
That's an outside edge. Gee, that was not timed anywhere near as well as I would have liked. But 4. It's the same result that I would have got if I hit it over cover. They got protection out there now.
Yep.
Although if you hit it that well, it's going to be 4. Well, I wonder if it's worth going straight over mid-off.
Yeah.
Like that. You don't have to time it too well, because the field is wide enough that it's 4. It's a strange shaped ground, Trent Bridge. But so far, we've played a very effective innings the first time we played here, and it looks like already again today, we're looking the goods. Right, I'm going to step across here and hit it straight back down the ground. Oh, it's high. And it's a long way. That is that's almost into that screen down there. That is a huge 6. Give me a replay of that one, please. Huge. 117 metres. Nobody's stopping that at any ground. That is in the air. And it is away. And it is 4 again. That's a massive over. 2, 4, 4. That's 10. 6, 4. That's 20. And then 4 is 24 from the over. And I move to 30 from 10. Australia up to 281. I think we'll be aiming here for it.
Yep.
360 to 370, if not more. Given we know how much we can utilise the short boundary every second over. That's exactly what we'd be wanting to do. Where's Marnus going here? Mid-wicket maybe?
Yep.
Oh, he's almost chopped that on. That has gone very close to the stumps.
Yep.
And away, just the 1. You see the short boundary out there, so they are able to stop that. Gaps on the offside, gaps on the leg side.
Yes.
Oh, and in the end, that's not really... I don't know what I was doing in that shot. But it's 1. Alright, spinner comes back on over the wicket.
Yes.
Knowing that the boundaries aren't huge here. That is well stopped. Because especially the last over that went for 24 from this end, where we were able to utilise the cover gap. So this is, I think, a smarter option to be bowling over the wicket. Doesn't give me that option to hit through cover. Boundaries probably aren't still huge on the leg side. But we'll see how we go.
Yep.
Depending on where we hit these. That's straight down the ground. That will be 4. It's not a huge boundary straight either, is it? Like, it doesn't look that big. Obviously, I'm hitting it along the ground as a low-risk shot. But if you do go in the air, maybe it's not the worst choice. And now round the wicket.
Yes.
Oh, we've got it through the gap on the leg side again. Snuck it through. Just going to be 2 more. Yeah, an expensive start to the over. 8 from the first 3 balls. This is exactly what we are looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, slap down the ground. Might only be the 1. 1 bounce to the man. 40 from 15. We're on track for a very quick 50 here.
Yep.
Oh, and Marnus, he's realised there's nobody back there. That's 4.
Yep.
Goes through cover. Just be the single to finish the over. 3 for 299.
Why, yes.
Oh, doesn't get through the gap. It will be 1. What are we on? 301 after 43.3. Okay, so you got a seamer on, bowling over the wicket. And he still bowled it wide somehow. Do you reckon I pull this if he goes short again?
Yep.
Oh, I've heaved it away and thought that was going to be caught. Fielder couldn't quite get to it, so he got away with a single. Alright, maybe no risks last ball this over.
Yes.
Just take the 1. 3 for 315 with 5 overs to go. We can get to 370. I would suspect that is a huge possibility. Sakar around the wicket.
Yes.
No run again. I think they've identified I don't like it when they bowl to my leg side. Like, I don't like the leg side. Like, my Wagger Mills always have lots of shots on the offside. I mean, that's a wide.
Bowling.
But I think a lot of the time I'm struggling to get the timing right through that onside. There's the short boundary, which is behind square on the leg side if he keeps bowling it
Yeah.
this area. That's just straight to the fielder for 1. I don't have the control as I do on the offside. So you can see Marnus absolutely flying now as well.
Yes.
He's really picked up. That's not hit very well, but it's 4. He's hit 75 from 39 as we're pushing towards what is going to be a very big score by the end of this innings. You presume there's the Marnus helmet cam. Watching the ball trail over his head there. So we got 4 overs. We're on 344. Could easily get to 400 as well. The way that the 2 of us are going. That is again a miss-hit. There is just nobody down there. And this will be 4 again. That's 50 from 24 balls. I think that might be the fastest 50 I've hit in this World Cup by 1 ball. I really could have got there a lot quicker as well. I've had a poor last few overs, actually.
Wait there.
And I've hit it straight back to the bowler now. So this has just been some mistimed shots in a row here. And the Bangladesh side very happy with that wicket because it means they might be able to restrict us not getting all the way to 400. A fifth takes the catch. Fifth for saying that it was. Out for 52, it's 4 for 348. Still got Harper, still got Green, still got a fair bit of batting to come here, and I feel like this is still an option for Australia to hit very well. There's an inside edge for not a run. But Marnus Labuschagne, sneaky chance to get to 100. He's 25 away, there's 3 overs left. So this has to be a free hit for Harper here. Has to go for a boundary.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to get it with that sweep shot. He does. So 350 for Australia. That's 100 runs in the last sort of 5 or 6 overs, I think. As we have a look at the worm here, at the 40 over mark, Australia are on about 200 and... Does that wicket? Looks like about 250. So we really have scored 100 runs in these last 7 overs. Or thereabouts. And now Labuschagne. He is in fine form at the moment. And I'm telling you, he is going to get to this 100.
Yep.
This time over the offside. But it's 4 again.
Yep.
Oh, this could be out. And that's the end of Labuschagne's innings. Australia will be 5 for 360. We'll sim to the end of it now. We'll see what score we end up with. Alright, so it's Hassan at one end for Bangladesh. Me bowling to him from the other. The short boundary is the one over cover. And Bangladesh, none for 77 from their opening 14 overs. So their rate that they're going at is not terrible, but it's not great either. It's probably similar to where Australia was at this point in the game, as you can see there, yeah, as well. And Australia had a really big opening partnership like Bangladesh did. Just losing those wickets towards the end may have narrowly dipped our score in the back end of the innings. So let's see how we go. Can we get an early wicket after Bangladesh have really pushed the sword early? Alright, round the wicket to the left-hander as well. And we'll bowl it wide outside off stump. Okay, so that's just keeping it to singles. So this, I think, is going to work for us. It's going to work. Oh, is there a chance of putting the bat pad in? Can we move Marnus into that spot? I wouldn't have thought so. Oh, though, it'd be half a chance. Right, Marnus now onto the leg side, into bat pad. Oh, and it's been hit straight to deep mid on. Long on. For a single. 3 from the over, pretty good one, none for 80. So there's probably 2 strategies here. One of them will be... Oh, that's 4. Or 6. Either or, 4. 2 strategies here. One of them will be just keep it really, really tidy for the next 15 overs. Force them to hit 200 from the last 20. That's out. The other strategy is take wickets and get rid of them that way. This is very nice. It's a top spinner. Little bit of an outside edge. And it hits the top of off. Probably would have been caught by the keeper anyway. Good reactions. But Hassan out for 45. It is 1 for 91. Sakar, the new batsman, in. And I'm going to keep this field. Probably not the wisest field, but I think, given I know he wants to play it to the onside, and I have, like, the chance to turn it back into his stumps, he's really going to have to pick the right ball to play it back into the onside. Unless I put Marnus into slip. Marnus can go into the slips. Actually, yeah. Put Marnus into slip. That way you can get the edge as well.
Yep.
It's away from 1. Another good over. 4 or 5 coming from it. And a wicket. 1 for 92. The old adage of 1 brings 2. Suma Sakar departing the very next over after just getting into the crease. Oh, gee, that would have been agonisingly close to a run out if I was able to pick that ball up quicker. Instead, there was far less pressure on them to run between the wickets.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, field that better.
Wait on.
Oh, I gave him the leg side. He took it. Didn't get it over. As a short boundary is that leg side one.
Yep.
Oh, mistimed. I reckon I'll field this. Keeper's end. So we're back again into the attack after 36 overs. Bangladesh need 177 from the last 14 overs to win this game. So that is a very big chase that is going to be required of them if they are to win this game.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Australia probably don't even need to be doing too much here. Get a wicket, lovely. If you don't, just don't be super expensive, I think is the goal. Oh, very close. What do you think, umpire? No.
Yeah.
In the air. Fielder down there. Keeps it to 1. Ball just turning in.
Waiting.
This has been a great over, this. 2 or 3 from it. 3 for 208. Geez, even Marnus has the ball. Oh, how's that, Marnie? No, I knew that's probably out. The rate now becoming a real issue for Bangladesh. We didn't think they were really going to be able to chase it down anyway, but they're on track to need about 15 runs and over for the last 10, so that is going to be quite the tricky conundrum. It's well bowled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a single.
Wait on.
That'll be no runs.
End of the 39th over. Bangladesh are now on 3 for 2.
Cameron Green, Ashton Agar, and... How much did they make? Did they win? Oh my god. I looked at the score in the end. Bangladesh making 376 off the back of Monamul Huq's 123 from 97. Mossadegh Hussain 41 from 29. And Afif Hussain 61 from 27. They got agonisingly close in the end. Like, what happened in those last... Look at that worm. You can see it go up and up and up in those last 10 overs. I wasn't bowling, and eventually they caught up, but not close enough. Gee, that is a cracking end to that game. I'm sorry that it has simulated through most of it. I thought we'd done enough of the job, or we did really in the end. But 5 overs, 1 for 14. I should have been bowling more, given how well I had bowled, and Nathan Ellis also should have been bowling more. We really didn't utilise our bowlers in a good way in this match, and I suppose that's on me as the captain, but I guess when the game simulates, sometimes there's only so much you can do. Australia winning this cracking contest in the end by 6 runs. I'm your best player on the ground, apparently, for my 52 and a wicket. Australia win again, and they move to 5-1, which means that they are more likely than not to qualify for those semi-finals here at the World Cup. Let's have a look here. Our next game will be against England, and this is a very important game for England. It's happening at Lord's, and you can see why. On the standings right here, England, Pakistan, India, South Africa, all tied up on 3 wins apiece, heading into this next little period. India still has a game in hand. England has a game in hand over South Africa. The West Indies, Afghanistan, and Sri Lanka are all just behind them. And then there's a number of teams on 4 points. So really at the moment, it is Australia's World Cup to lose. They are in the best possible position. We still haven't played South Africa, England, or New Zealand, I believe. So there's still going to be 3 big matchups left for Australia. So Australia's next round will be against England. Then they play New Zealand. And in that final round, they will take on South Africa. So there's still 3 massive games for Australia heading in towards the final few rounds of this ODI World Cup qualifying positioning, and to see where we end up. One more win would secure us a position in the semi-finals, and probably a position in that top 2, and a loss in this next match would mean, you know, we're sort of pulled back to the pack a little bit, but we're still likely to qualify, I think, from this position, only needing to win 1 of our next 3. With that in mind, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you next time, where it will be Australia taking on England at Lord's in the ODI World Cup.